Hey friends, welcome to my channel, Coach Talia Sage. I am Coach Talia Sage, certified life coach, here to help you navigate through life's up and downs in order to help you live your best life. Today's video message will be past, present, and future. How your past is affecting your present moment, what you can do right now in this present moment to achieve the results, the goals, the outcomes that you are seeking in the future. Before we get into the video, please give this video a thumbs up, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. It helps YouTube know that you like what you see, that you want to see more of it, and that you think others should be seeing more of this as well. Let's get into the piles. I've already shuffled for all of the groups. We have group 1, group 2, group 3. Group 1 has this bumblebee jasper crystal. Group 2 has the sodalite heart crystal. And then group 3 has the green aura quartz crystal. All right. As always, use your intuition to discern which pile or multiple piles is calling out to you. If you're drawn to more than one pile, that's okay. Just know that that means that you have several messages in each pile. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. I'm going to get started with group 1, and I will see you at your selected piles. Hello, group 1. If you chose this bumblebee jasper crystal, these will be your messages. And I just saw 2:22 on the clock as I was saying that. You might be seeing repeating 2s. You may have been born in February or have 2 in your birth date somewhere. Just know that that's just further validation that you chose the correct pile. I've already drawn your oracle cards as I stated in the intro, and we will finish off with some tarot cards. If you skip the intro, this is your past, present, and future reading. So getting understanding of how your past may be affecting your present so that you can make the necessary changes within this present moment to achieve the goals, the results that you want to achieve in the future. Your first card out is phobias. Next, you have the Fates, card 17. Followed by Vanity in reverse with the throat chakra. Next, we have Empathic Starseed, Energetic Sovereignty, Absorbing What's Not Yours. Ending with Radical Rebirth, card 5. So, group 1. It appears that you are suffering from some phobias. This could be fear of the dark. It could be fear of going outside, fear of meeting new people, could be fears of driving, fears of the past coming back and just repeating itself. You maybe had many things in your past, childhood, I'm feeling in particular, go not according to your plans, right? Go wrong in your opinion. And they could have led to you having many phobias in this present moment. One thing that in the coaching community, especially within the course that I took anyway, many anxieties, anxiety is a form of phobia. They come up due to fears from our past, things that we have not dealt with from our past. They can start to manifest themselves as current phobias and fears. So there is something in your energy that you have not dealt with from your past. This could have to do with speaking up for yourself. It could keep you back from speaking up. You might have a hard time tooting your own horn, so to speak. There could have been an instant in your past where someone could have told you that you were vain, because you talked yourself up, or made you feel as though, whatever it was. I feel like someone spoke something to you in the past that made you feel as though you were not good enough, you were not smart enough, you were not pretty enough, you were just not worthy in some way. And that fear, first off, it was their own fear. It was them placing the burdens that they felt onto you. They maybe made you feel as though you had to be perfect in every way. You could deal with perfectionism today. You could deal with imposter syndrome, feeling as though you're not as good as other people think you are, and that someday they're going to realize how much you've been fooling them all along. You could even have a problem with not speaking your full truth in situations because you want people to see you in a certain light. You want them to perceive you in a different way because you feel that if they knew the truth, they wouldn't like you. Whoever put this on you in the past, know that that was never your burden to carry. That was never who you were. You absorbed that because you were probably a child. You were probably very young and impressionable, and you believed what they had to say about you. And that is affecting your present moment. It's affecting your present moment greatly. It makes you feel as though, I'm trying to find this book. It makes you feel as though you're not good enough today, causing so many fears. You might have fears of public speaking, of just being seen in general. You were never vain, if that's how someone made you feel. You were worthy to love yourself. I feel like that's really what it was. It's like you loved yourself and saw nothing wrong with yourself, and someone felt the need to come and try to knock that down a couple pegs in you. And it probably started in childhood. And I'm sorry for that. But now in this present moment, the universe wants you to know that it's time for a radical rebirth. It's time to change. And you get to create that change within yourself. You get to claim your own energetic sovereignty. You get to claim sovereignty in general as being your own person, having your own thoughts, your own opinions, knowing that your thoughts and your opinions are just as valid as anyone else's. You get to shed those fears, the phobias that have been placed on you by someone else's insecurity. Wasn't I just saying you might try to change yourself to be liked? This message says, relationship message. Other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be, so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. I don't feel like you're trying to change anyone else, but maybe that could be something that you do now in this present moment. But I feel like more so, you're trying to change yourself to get people to see you in a certain way, to keep other people comfortable. You've been making other people in your life comfortable for so long that you forgot or have not realized just how uncomfortable it makes you. Or maybe you're realizing it, and that's why you clicked on this video. Now is the time to accept what you cannot change. You can't change the past. You can't change the ways that people projected onto you, but you can change who you are at this moment. Love unconditionally for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Right? You're on your own journey. You don't have to live according to someone else's rules. Prosperity message. Your experiences concerning prosperity and abundance are beyond your personal control right now. You are being invited to accept what is unreservedly. This could be a temporary situation seemingly thrust upon you by outside forces, but there is an underlying purpose you can't see that it has been determined by the fates. This is about your present situation. Accept what is in your life right now. Accept the past for what it is. Accept the present moment for what it is. It could be a situation you are unprepared for, and you may not understand how it will benefit you in the moment. Do not fight the situation. Ride it out and see where it leads. Surrender to it, and the serenity you need to make good choices from here on out will be given to you. You will indeed flourish. I feel like you may be in this present moment at a place in your life where these phobias, these fears, anxiety, overthinking, worrying is really affecting your life. And it's doing so to be the catalyst that you need to create this change for yourself. Allowing yourself to be seen exactly who you are. Allowing yourself to speak your truth, to own your truth. To claim your own sovereignty. No longer trying to fit the molds that you think other people have for you. You know, a lot of the times we think people want us to be or act a certain way, and they really don't. It's just that past experiences have made us to believe that that's what people want. And it isn't. What can you expect in the future if you claim your sovereignty? Healing. I'm going to cover her up because YouTube doesn't like nakedness. But you can expect healing. You can expect wish fulfillment. You can expect a new lease on life, freedom from these phobias. You can expect to finally begin living the life that has been calling you. You can expect better self-esteem. You know, it's okay to know you look good, right? It's okay to know you're smart. It's okay to know that you are a good person. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you have to look forward to. The Radical Rebirth card says, dust yourself off, move forward, and go for it again. Life is about transition and change. You will fall on your face, change your mind, and need to make a comeback again and again. Release the idea that you messed up if things aren't perfect. Stop waiting to be ready. Make new choices and decisions. That is what you can do in this present moment in order to achieve the goals, the results, feel the feelings that you're looking to experience in the future. The past is the past, right? You can't let it dictate your present or your future moment. All you can do is dust yourself off and move forward. Choosing a new way of being, a new way of getting there. Your bottom of the deck energy is strength. That's courage coming in. That's resilience. That's strength. That's you standing strong in your power, knowing who you are, what you have to offer, and being unapologetically so. All right. If you would like a one-on-one coaching session to help you get through any phobias or fears that you may be experiencing, feel free to find my email in the description box. Send me an email and I would love to chat with you. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose this blue sodalite heart crystal, these will be your messages for past, present, and future. If you missed the intro, we are talking about how your past is currently affecting your present and what you can do in the present moment to achieve the results, the outcome, experience the feelings perhaps that you are looking to experience in the future. I've pulled your oracle cards already, and then we will finish off with some tarot cards. Your past card says food and hunger. Next, you have community in reverse, card 8. Then you have complacency with the root chakra, followed by wait, it's not yet time, things are being woven, and resistance, card 22. You may have been drawn to group 1. There are some repeating 2s there. But for your past, I feel like in your past at some point, you felt alone. You felt like you did not have a community. You maybe even went without food. You had some sort of scarcity in your life. You, like I said, could have gone without food, maybe not have had a steady place to live, maybe been homeless at some point. You could have just felt like you did not have the things that other people around you had growing up. Whether that's, you could have lived in a trailer park or an apartment or a townhome and always wanted more. Just always maybe wanted more or felt that you were lacking in some way. And due to this lack, I feel like you also felt like you never fit in. You could have been bullied as a child. I'm seeing someone who maybe always had to wear hand-me-down clothes or, never had the proper clothes that fit even, or maybe just didn't have as nice of things that they saw people around them having. And this has caused you to get into a bit of a place of complacency, of almost feeling like, what's the point in trying for more because it never works out? You've maybe had instances in the near past, even in your present moment, where you've tried to go after things and they don't work out. And it's made you feel stuck, like you're always going to be in this rut. You maybe even tried to change yourself, done things out of character to try to fit in to different places, whether that was as a kid or even as an adult. You could have maybe shied away from putting yourself out there, trying to make friends, because you felt out of place, because you were poor, maybe because you didn't have as nice of things. You could have felt like your life is always on hold, like never fully taking off for you. Like there's just always resistance around you. There's always something just sort of holding you back. In this present moment, you're being called to put yourself out there, honestly, to stop resisting what is. There are some things that are beyond our control, right? The serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You can't change your past. You can't change where you came from. There may be some things in your current situation that you also cannot change. But at the same time, there are things that you can control and things that you can choose to do. Like things that you can change. Like your perception, how you're looking at the things around you right now. Are you finding any gratitude in the things around you? Are you seeing any abundance in the things that you do have currently? Do you refuse to put yourself out there because you still see yourself as this person who is lacking in some way? Whether you might not be lacking food or a steady home or love anymore, but you still feel that you are not good enough some way in this present moment. Like you can't put yourself out there. You're not qualified enough. You aren't pretty enough, smart enough to do whatever it is that you want to do. So you choose to do nothing. You choose to just, I'm seeing the image of someone just going through the motions, not really living life, not experiencing the joy and the pleasure, but just being very meh. That might be how you feel about life. There is, in this present moment and in the future, there's this community waiting for you. People who get you, people who understand you, where you feel seen, where you feel loved, where you feel like you have everything that you need. Like you don't feel the scarcity or the lack anymore. But it's not going to happen for you until you do the work to change the way that you see things, until you stop resisting what is, until you stop procrastinating or get more organized, right? Stop making excuses for why it is that you can't do certain things. You may have put yourself out there in the past and felt like it didn't work out, and so now you just don't try it at all. This card here comes to tell us that maybe what you were going after in that moment, it wasn't the right time, because things have to be woven by the universe, so to speak. There's divine timing, divine order. You can't experience the fullness of having this sense of community, of having all of this abundance, if you're still in this lack mentality. If you still feel like you're not good enough, you're not measuring up, you don't have enough of something, right? So first, in this present moment, you're being called to stop resisting the change. You might be seeing repeating twos a lot in your life, but this has to do with balancing your emotions, your thoughts. Instead of being complacent, having the courage to change what you can in this present moment, right? If you feel as though you're not thin enough, Are you getting up to go exercise? Or are you making those healthy choices with your food? Or are you sitting watching Netflix binging on chips? If you feel you're not smart enough, what are you doing in this present moment to go out and learn what it is that you feel that you need to learn? If you feel that you have no community, no friends, no one close to you, what are you doing in this present moment to go out and meet people, to find that community? You're being called to really, similar to group 1, dust yourself off and put yourself back out there, to stop resisting yourself, to be your authentic self. What interests you? Can you join a group? Can you take a crafting class? Find a new hobby. That's how you're going to meet that community. That's how you're going to create the change that you want to see, achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Sitting here worrying about what happened in the past or what you feel is lacking from your present moment is not going to do anything for you. So you're being called to show up for yourself. I hope this makes sense. How are you not showing up for yourself? I feel like you're someone who really is sort of living in the past. Like those past thoughts, experiences, feelings keep popping up in your life and they make you afraid to move. What? I think this lady's crying. Yes. She's even crying in this card. Like you're still haunted. You're still hurt by whatever this was in the past that made you feel less than, like you did not have enough. It legitly could have been not enough food, being hungry, not knowing where your next meal was coming from. Your next card out is the High Priestess, followed by the King of Cups. This is what you have to look forward to in the future. Being so in tune to yourself, to your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts. This is you gaining better self-awareness. That is what life coaching is all about, is helping people to gain better self-awareness. Because once you have that self-awareness, you're then able to control those emotions. You're able to catch yourself when those negative thoughts, those feelings want to creep in and derail you from the success that you're trying to reach. You're able to catch yourself when you start self-sabotaging. You resist the positive changes that are trying to come into your life. So in this present moment, what you can do to achieve the future that you seek is to acknowledge how past situations that left you hungry, maybe without a bed to lay in, left you feeling as though you did not have enough, you were not enough, like you didn't have people to go to, people to call on for help. Acknowledge how that is making you feel overlooked in the present moment. Acknowledge how those things are maybe creating fear, creating imbalance in your life that holds you back, that creates resistance to you actually putting yourself out there again. Maybe you had a situation where you were rejected in the past, and now that's made you afraid to put yourself out there. Acknowledge how it's affecting you in this present moment. And as you do that, you are able to release this resistance and bring more balance and stability back into your life. And then once that occurs, this waiting game begins to end, because you'll be able to follow your intuition. You'll know what direction to head. You'll be able to be aware of yourself, that you don't end up letting your emotions, this water here, control you. I hope this is making sense to you, group 2. Please let me know in the comments if it does. Your wait is almost over. Once you start taking those first steps, doing that deep dive into yourself, of really becoming aware of yourself and how your past is affecting your present moment, that's when you get to take your spot on the throne. That's when you get to love yourself, open yourself up to receiving love. That's when those emotions don't come in and derail relationships or new experiences, new opportunities that are trying to come into your life. That's when you can allow yourself to feel something more than fear, anxiety, worry, sadness. That's not to say that you never feel happy ever in this present moment, but I feel like that happiness, whatever happiness you feel, is greatly overshadowed by some things from your past. And now it's time to let that go. Stop resisting. These emotions, these feelings might even try to come up, and you might bury them back down because you're done with it. You want to move on. But they are coming up so that you can heal them. You have to feel it in order to heal it, so that you can move on. All right? So group 2, these have been your messages of your past, present, and future. Please let me know if this resonated with you, and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again very soon. Goodbye. Hello, group 3. If you chose this green aura quartz crystal, this will be your message of the past, present, and future. How your past is currently affecting your present, and what you can do in this present moment to achieve the results that you seek in the future. All right, your first card out is spirituality and religion, followed by communal living, 3311 on the clock as I say that, followed by happy in reverse, card 26. Then you have faith with the crown chakra in reverse. Breath of the cosmos, 3333 on the clock as I say that. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. And manifestation. Ooh, that's a beautiful card. Card 9. I don't know if I've even seen that card before. Okay, group 3. The events from your past that are affecting your present moment. They are definitely around religion. You could have been raised in the church. You could have come from a very religious family. People in your life could have just tried to use religion to control you in some way. It's not going to be for everybody, but I just saw the word cult flash into my mind. You could feel that you were brought up in a cult, or that people in your life were very cult-like, perhaps. You could have had some sort of communal living where you lived with other people from your religion. You could have been in a place where you just lived with, more than just your family, with your grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, even. You could have felt, you could have grown up in the ghetto, in an impoverished area. This is all about religion. Okay. Wow. In your past, I feel like people tried to micromanage you, control your world based on their views of religion, of spirituality. They tried to force this false sense of happiness on you, even though they themselves were not happy during this time. And this situation made you sort of start to question everything. Your faith in things. You maybe could have seen some really terrible things in this living situation. Ways that people were maybe hurt or abused in some way. And it made you begin to question it. Question the faith that you were brought up in. And maybe even made you start to lose faith. It made you start to lose faith in some way. Whether that's your faith in the people that were there in your life. Maybe that's losing faith in life in general. Whatever this was, it put a dark cloud over you. It has made it so it's hard for you to be happy. People might tell you to lighten up a lot. Wow, okay, I have to share this story because Spirit just brought it to mind. It's not something I've even thought about for many years. But growing up as a child, before I was pretty much kidnapped, that's a story for another day. Before that, I lived in this environment where one of the main people that I lived with was Jehovah's Witness. That's not saying that you are or were or that it's a bad religion or anything. It's just this is what it was. And I lived in a place where it was more than just my family. This is really crazy. I haven't even thought about this in a long time. But it was like things were very strict based around this religion. And I, for one, never understood the religion, never agreed with it, because I was like, I can't have a candy cane during Christmas, yet you can beat the crap out of me, like, not saying that that's your specific situation, but it could have been something like that, where you grew up was very religious and your life was controlled around this religion. But at the same time, there are many things that people within the religion did that made you question life in general, made you question faith. You've maybe been someone who has ran away from religion, all organized religion. You may have been someone who's tried out several different types of religion, trying to figure out who you are, what resonates with you, and make sense of the world. And this could have left you a very serious person. Like, it's hard for you. It took away your innocence is really what it is, because you weren't allowed to experience life as most people are able to experience life. Like, it really, it's hard to explain, but if you know, you know, group 3. It caused you to see the world differently than most people see it. And this could have left you with this sense of control, needing to control things in your life because you couldn't control anything in this situation, if that makes any sense. Like, you felt so powerless and out of control. You may have been drawn to group 1, I believe, that now everything you do is a sense of trying to control every little thing that comes forward in your life, because you don't want to feel so bounced around. You could have been someone who was bounced around from home to home, but just like you have no solid footing. And that is affecting your life today because it prevents you from being your full happy self. It prevents you from manifesting the experiences that you want to experience because you're so focused on the pain, or you're so blocked from these experiences where it made you lose faith. Lose faith in people, lose faith in life, because you experienced even some dark stuff that many people would not even begin to even dream up in their wildest dreams. That has cast this like dark cloud over you, is what I feel. Like you may feel like there's a cloud that just always follows you around, no matter how good something is going, no matter how positive something is. It's like it's always overshadowed by this pain of the past, this experience, this upbringing, perhaps even of the past. And in this present moment, you're being called to lighten up. And I hate to say it that way, but you're really being called to be your own hero and just change your perspective on things. Knowing that whatever happened in the past, it's done, it's over with, it's dead. You have moved on from it. You don't have to believe what these other people believed. You don't have to believe what was fed to you. You can choose to believe whatever the hell you want to believe. If you want to believe in crystals and the magic of crystals, do that. If you want to believe in Mother Gaia, pray to Mother Gaia, do that. You can believe and have faith in whoever you want to have faith in, whatever you want to have faith in. But in this present moment, you're being called to find that which you have faith in, whether that's just even having faith in yourself. That is okay. You can be your own guiding light, your own guiding star. And as you surrender to that, right, then you can also stop trying to control everything in your life. Like you cannot plan everything that's going to happen. You cannot control people. You cannot dim your light in order to try to control situations and people, to get them to react the way that you want them to react to. It is what it is. All you can do is choose to be happy in this moment. Accept yourself for who you are. Accept your past for what it is. Have faith in what you choose to have faith in. And share that with the world. Because the people who are meant for you are going to be drawn to you because of who you are, what you have faith in, the happiness that you exude. It's time to let this dark cloud go. It's not yours. I mean, yes, it is your story, but it's not supposed to define you. It was only supposed to help you to get to this point of believing in something greater than yourself, or believing in yourself, whatever it is that you choose to believe in. That's what this experience was meant to do. And once you start doing that, we start relinquishing control. Then you can begin to manifest what it is that you seek. Let's read that card, manifestation. It says, yes, make it rain. You are manifesting big. This has been a long time coming. That's what I'm feeling for you. You are co-creating with spirit. Match the energetic frequency, I don't even know what that word is. The aze of your desire. You are magnetic, and like attracts like. Raise your vibration to align with the sacred. Close your eyes and see your blessings. Feel them in your bones. Ask, believe, act, allow, receive. Goddess declaration, divine blessings flow to me easily. Whatever it was in your past, it was not what you were seeking on a spiritual soul level when you are incarnated on this earthly plane, right? And you let that cast this shadow over your life. It's hard to unsee things after you've seen them, and I totally get that. But look, you have the 10 of Pentacles that wanted to fall out for you. Get rid of that cloud. You've been manifesting from this shadow place. And now, in this present moment, it's time to step from under that cloud and allow yourself to be happy, to lighten up, because you're not in this place anymore. And I hope this is getting through clearly to you. You're not in that place anymore. The wheels are turning in your favor. And once you allow yourself to rest, to heal, to see that you are no longer there, Four of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, you can begin to bring in all the things that you're wanting. That's the financial abundance. That's that happy home, the family that you seek, the non-cult-like experiences that you seek. That's showing up for your kids the way that people never showed up for you. That's whatever it is for you. It's coming in. So choose healing in this present moment. Choose happiness in this present moment, knowing that you have so much to look forward to, Group 3. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like some coaching to help you get past these things from your past, feel free to reach out to me. My email is in the description box. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Goodbye.